Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you again for joining. So we have been discussing chapter 4 of Adi Leela, and we will continue from text 138. It says the confidential reasons for appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So till now we have discussed about the one desire of the Lord. Yeah, and we will continue the next desire. So let us quickly recap. What was the desire of Krishna? That Lord Krishna was curious to taste that love. Which love? The love which Srimati Radharani experiences. Yeah, that we discussed elaborately. So here it says, my mind races to taste the pleasure experienced by the abode, but I cannot taste it even by my best effort. How may I taste it? So the taste of Radharani. I taste the bliss to which the object of love is entitled, but the pleasure of Radha, the abode of that love, is 10 million times greater. So we discussed that the love Srimati Radharani experiences is 10 million times greater. So that's how reciprocation happens. So Krishna experiences that love, and Srimati Radharani experiences 10 million times greater love than that. So Krishna wanted to understand that how Srimati Radharani is getting that pleasure. So that was the first reason or desire Krishna had. Yeah. So let us continue the next one. What the next? So our Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, please hear another one. Yeah. Adbhuta Ananta Purna Mora Madhurima Trijagate Iharakeha Nahi Paya Sima. Yes, Kishori Prabhu.
My sweetness is wonderful, infinite and full. No one in the three worlds can find its limit.
Yeah. So no one can find that limit. Yeah. The limit of where it gone? The limit of Krishna's sweetness. Yeah. यही प्रेम द्वारे नित्य राधिका ए कली अमर मधुर्य मृत आस्वादेश कली. Tell Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Only Radhika, by the strength of her love, tastes all the nectar of my sweetness. Hare Krishna.
So that sweetness, the epitome of the sweetness is only and only tasted by Srimati Radharani. No one else. Yeah. Even the interesting thing that the gopis who are the the manjaris, basically the manjari who helps Srimati Radharani, right? Whatever they taste the nectar, and Srimati Radharani is tasting that nectar is more higher than that as well. So just forget about anyone else experiencing that. यद्यपि निर्मल राधार सत प्रेम दर्पण तथापि स्वच्छता तार बढ़े क्षणे क्षण. तमिल चली माता जी.
Although Radha's love is pure like a mirror, its purity increases at every moment.
Let me see if is the yeah, and Radharani's love and his purity is increasing moment by moment. Okay, let us see. I mean, today in the morning, I was discussing, hearing a class, interesting. So I just thought to share it out. Um, so the point was that spiritual world is Chinmay, by the, it doesn't need any. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita as well, Natad bhachate sujana sasankana pavaka. Right, that verse. Krishna says that the spiritual world, there is no need of sunlight or moonlight or kind of anything. Electricity is self illuminated. So interesting that one of the question came up stating that, oh wow, so if it's self illuminated, then it means that there is no night. It's always, Chinmay, it's always light is there, illumination is always there, isn't it? It's a good thought, because it's Chinmay, all the, even the light is coming from the earth itself, right? Earth particles. So there is no need of sunlight. But how does the night happens? So basically, it happens like Krishna's, wherever Krishna wills, it illuminates. Wherever he wanted to wind out, it becomes night. So then the point is, then how to understand this? I mean, I'm quoting this example where it's quite fresh. I heard it today, and also that how we cannot understand this love of Srimati Radharani, but only we should understand that yes, her love is superior, higher, and we cannot actually understand it at all. We just know that whatever she experiences is beyond our imagination. So that we should understand. So the point is, the example is given is that how can we understand the point? So our Goswamis and our Acharyas, they give some kind of examples which we can perceive. So how could the spiritual world, or how could the night happens in the spiritual world? The example given is like, in the daytime in material world, there is sun shining, is at noon, hot sun, summer. Still, by our material energies, we could make our room like a theater. We can make it, we can put curtain and in the doors, we can close all those things, and we can make our room like a theater, completely dark, right? So if we can, by using our own kind of material objects, we can make our room or cover it to make it dark, then just imagine what kind of energy Lord Krishna has. And he is so powerful and he can do anything. So whenever he wants to make it a night, just it happens by his will. That was the example, that how a night happens in spiritual world. Okay, let's see. So আমার মাধুর্য নাহি বড়িতে অবকাশে এ দর্পণের আগে নব নব রূপ ভাসে. Who was reading? Okay, Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. My sweetness also has no room for expansion, yet it shines before that mirror in newer and newer beauty.
Okay, let's see. We'll see some purport Prabhupada explaining those things. মন্মাধুর্য রাধার প্রেম দোহে কোড়া করি দোহে হোড়া করি क्षणे क्षणे बहे बढ़े दोहे কেহ নাহি হারি. No one get defeated. কেহ নাহি হারি. Okay. Yes, Tayal Mataji.
Krishna. There is constant competition between my sweetness and the mirror of Radha's love. They both go on increasing, but neither knows defeat. Hare Krishna.
So once love increases, it happens like, uh, Srimati Radharani experiences the love, let's imagine 10 times. And by that experience of 10 times more love than Krishna, her, Krishna can feel, or Krishna can actually see the emotion and sweetness in Srimati Radharani's face, because she becomes more happy, 10 times more happier. By seeing that, Krishna's pleasure also increases manifold. And as Krishna's pleasure increases, then again Srimati Radharani's pleasure increases manifold. So it goes on competition both. That's what it says. There is a constant competition between my sweetness and Srimati Radharani's love. And they both go on increasing, but neither knows defeat. No one defeats. They defeat it. It goes on increasing. It's like sometimes, have you seen those mirrors kept in parallels? You see yourself and you could see the depth. It continues, goes on. There's no ending. Is something like that. No reflections going on. আমার মাধুর্য নিত্য নব নব হয় স্ব স্ব প্রেম অনুরূপ ভক্তে আস্বাদয়. Yes, Tamil Mataji.
Yes. My sweetness is always newer and newer. Between newer, devotees taste it according to their own respective love.
Yeah, this is a very important point, right? Swa swa prema anurupa bhakte aswadaya. So, ye yathamam parpadante tam tathesha bhajamaham. So, as per our love, we taste it. It's reciprocation of Krishna's love. But interesting, although Krishna says that ye yathamam parpadante na tam tathesha bhajamaham, in Bhagavatam, in Canto 10, where Krishna says, I completely don't recall the words, but Krishna says, Na parayam. So Krishna says, O gopis, I am defeated by you. My words, yatamam prapadyante tam tasha bhajamaham, is get defeated in before you all. I can't repay you. I can't repay you to your love at all. So Krishna get defeated by devotees, no one else. So that it is devotees test according to their own respective love. दर्पणा दे देखी यदि अपना माधुरी आस्वादिते है लोभ आस्वादिते नारी. ये कुछ प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. If I see my sweetness in a mirror, I am tempted to taste it, but nevertheless I cannot. Hare Krishna.
Okay. विचार करिए यदि आस्वाद उपाय राधिका स्वरूप हईते तबे मन धाय. Yes, tell Mataji.
If I deliberate on a way to taste it, I find that I hanker for the position of Radhika.
Yeah. So Krishna says that if I want it or somehow to taste it, I find that I hanker for the position of Radhika. It means what? Krishna wanted to take the position of Radha so that he can experiences that. It sometimes says that if you wear my shoes, then you can understand in what condition I am, isn't it? It says you have to wear the shoes of someone else to see their condition. So that's what it is. Krishna wanted to take the position of Srimati Radharani to understand the love of Srimati Radharani itself. Okay. Krishna's attractiveness is wonderful and unlimited. No one can know the end of it. Srimati Radharani alone can release such extensiveness from her position in the Ashraya category. The mirror of Srimati Radharani's transcendental law is perfectly clear, yet it appears clearer and clearest in the transcendental method of understanding Krishna. In the mirror of Srimati Radharani's heart, the transcendental features of Krishna appear increasingly new and fresh. In other words, the attraction of Krishna encourages in proportion to the understanding of Srimati Radharani. Each tries to supersede the other. Neither wants to be defeated in increasing the intensity of love. Desiring to understand Radharani's attitude of increasing love, Lord Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Basically, Prabhupada has already revealed it. Prabhupada revealed in the purport that Krishna is finding it, trying to get the person of Srimati Radharani, and that is one of the reasons why Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, let's see text 146. अपरिकलित पूर्वक चमत्कार करी स्फुरति मम गर्यान एष माधुर्य पुरः अयम् अहम् अपि हन्ता प्रेक्षयं लुप्ता चेता सर्वाव सर्वसाम् उपभोक्तुं कामय राधिकेव. श्री प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. Who manifests an abundance of sweetness greater than mine, which has never been experienced before and which causes wonder to all? Alas, I myself, my mind bewildered upon seeing this beauty, impetuously desire to enjoy it like Srimati Radharani.
This text is from Lalita Madhava 8134 of Sri Rupa Goswami. It was spoken by Lord Krishna when he saw the beauty of his own reflection in a jeweled fountain in Dwarka. Okay. कृष्ण माधुर्येर एक स्वाभाविक बल कृष्ण आदि नर नारी करये चंचल. स्थल माता जी.
The beauty of Krishna has one natural strength. It thrills the hearts of all men and women, beginning with Lord Krishna himself. Hare Krishna.
That's beauty bewilders Krishna himself. श्रवणे दर्शने आकर्षये सर्वमन आपन आस्वादिते कृष्ण करे न यतन. Yes, Sili Mataji.
All minds are attracted by hearing his sweet voice and flute, or by seeing his beauty. Even Lord Krishna himself makes efforts to taste that sweetness.
Even Lord Krishna himself makes effort to taste the sweetness. Wow. Because everyone actually get attracted by the sweet voice and the singing of the Lord Krishna's flute, and then also his beauty. So এই মাধুর্যামৃত পান সদা যেই করে তৃষ্ণ শান্তি নাহে তৃষ্ণা বড়ে নিরন্তরে. It's okay. Let's read out. Yeah, Kishore Prabhu.
The thirst of one who always drinks the nectar of that sweetness is never satisfied. Rather, that thirst increases constantly.
Yeah, that is, if you see in a mundane world, the desire, whatever desire we have, you know, the desire goes on increasing. It never finishes. But this desire binds us. Yeah, but in the similar way, Krishna is saying that the thirst of one who always drinks the nectar of that sweetness is never satisfied. And Trishna Shanti Nahe, the desire never gets satisfied. It's Trishna Bade Nirantar, it increases, constantly goes on increasing. Yeah, the ocean is actually always increasing, the bliss is always increasing. It never stops. That's why it says, there is no end to the bliss which we can experience in Krishna Bhakti. अतृप्त हईहा करे विधिर निंदना अभिदग्ध विधि भाला न जाने सजना. Tell Mataji.
Such a person, being unsatisfied, begins to blaspheme Lord Brahma, saying that He does not know the art of creating well and is simply inexperienced. Hare Krishna.
So this is okay. Let's see the next one. Then we will discuss this point. This is actually the gopis saying this point in Canto 10. The gopis they blaspheme even Lord Brahma. Why? Let's see the next verse. Probably that's yeah. Let next verse. Yeah. खोटी नेत्र नाही दिला सवे दिला दुई ताहाते निमेष कृष्ण की देखिबा मोई. Yes, Tamil Sali Mataji.
He has not given millions of eyes to see the beauty of Krishna. He has given only 2 eyes. Even those eyes blink. How then shall I see the lovely face of Krishna?
So the gopis, let's see something there. Next one. Yeah, okay. Krishna Prabhupada's, there's the next verse is there as well. So okay, let's read this and then we'll discuss this point. Yeah. अतति यत् भवान् अहिनि काननं त्रुतिर्युगयते त्वम् अपश्यताम् कुटिलकुन्तलं श्रीमुखं च ते जडा उदीक्षतं पक्ष्मकृदृशाम्. O Krishna, the gopi said, O Krishna, when you go to the forest during the day and we do not see your sweet face, which is surrounded by beautiful curling hair, half a second becomes as long as an entire age for us. And we consider the Creator who has put eyelids on the eyes we use for seeing you to be simply a fool. This verse spoken by gopis in Srimad Bhagavatam, 31st chapter of 10th canto. What they are saying is basically they are blaspheming to Lord Brahma, saying he is simply a fool. Though your beauty we would require millions of eyes, and he has just given two, and that too it blinks continuously. So the point is that gopi wanted to drink the nectar coming out from the lotus face of the Lord, and the eyes do not blink. Let it be drinking continuously and continuously. Why Lord Brahma has created eyelids and why it's blinking? That's why they are saying he is simply a fool. Okay, this is again next Bhagavatam as well. Let's see. गोपयश कृष्णम् उपलभ्य चिराद् अविस्ताम् यत्प्रक्षणे दृशिषु पक्ष्मकृतं स्पनान्ति दिग्भिर्हृदि कृतम् अलं परिहास्य सर्वास्तद्भावन् आपुर् अपि नित्ययुगं दुरापम्. किशोरी प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. The gopis saw their beloved Krishna at Kurukshetra after a long separation. They secured and embraced him in their hearts through their eyes, and they attained a joy so intense that not even perfect yogis can attain it. The gopis cursed the creator for creating eyelids that interfered with their vision.
Yeah. So same context. This is again the pastime where generally we discuss about Rath Yatra, where the gopis they met Krishna after nearly hundreds of years at Kurukshetra, right after long separation, and they are blaspheming to Lord Brahma to creating those eyelids. Yeah. Okay, so basically the gopis are saying that we could have millions of eyes and eyes should not have eyelids, so that we can kind of without any interference, without any disturbance, we could drink the nectar coming out from the lotus face of Lord Hari, Lord Krishna. And if you see Lord Jagannath, he doesn't have any eyelid. So basically he is actually enjoying the pastimes of the devotees, you know. कृष्णावलोकन बिन नेत्र फल नाही आना जय जन कृष्ण देखे से भाग्यवान. Wow. Hell Mataji.
There is no consummation for the eyes other than the sight of Krishna. Whoever sees him is most fortunate indeed.
Yeah, the eyes are actually meant to see Krishna, to have the sight of Krishna. That's the best thing the eye can do. Right? The best object to be seen by the eyes is Krishna. Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus body, Krishna's lotus face, Krishna's lotus eyes, Krishna's lotus nail, Krishna's lotus toe, everything, you know. Akshanvatam phalam idam na param vidama Sakhya pashun anuvisheshayator vavashay Vaktram brajesh shutayor anuvenujustam yerva nipitam anurakta kataksha moksham. Tamil Sili Mataji.
The gopis said, "O friends, those eyes that see the beautiful faces of the sons of Maharaj Nanda are certainly fortunate, as these two sons enter the forest surrounded by their friends, driving the cows before them. They hold their flutes to their mouths and glance lovingly upon the residents of Vrindavana. For those who have eyes, we think there is no greater object of vision."
Yeah, that's with the purport again. The gopis are saying. Like the gopis, one can see Krishna continuously if one is fortunate enough. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said that sages whose eyes have been smeared with the ointment of pure love can see the form Shyama Sundar Krishna continuously in the centers of their heart. This text from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.21.7 was sung by the gopis on the advent of the Shrata season. 10.21 is which chapter it says? Yeah, Venu Gita. Yeah. Okay. गोप्यस्तपा किम् अचरन्यम् अमुष्यरूपम् लावण्यसारम् असमरुधमम् अनन्यसिद्धम् दृग्भिः पिबन्ति अनुशवाभिवा भिन्नवां दुरापम् एकान्तधामयशः श्रिय ऐश्वर्य. अतः कृष्ण प्रभु.
The woman of Mathura said, "What austerities must the gopis have performed? With their eyes they always drink the nectar of the form of Lord Krishna, which is the essence of loveliness, and it is not to be equaled or surpassed. That loveliness is the only abode of beauty, fame, and opulence. It is self-perfect, ever fresh, and extremely rare."
Yeah. See, it is self-perfect, ever fresh, and extremely rare. This from 10:44-14 from Bhagavatam was spoken by the women of Mathura when they saw Krishna and Balram in the arena with the king Kamsa, great wrestler Mustika and Charna. I think there's a very beautiful verse as well, the same line. That verse explains about what says was Mallanam Ashninanam Narvarai Striman Smaro Murtiman Gopanam Sojano Satam Siddhi Bujam Sashta Shopitro Shishu. In that one, the Mallanam, the Mustika and Chanura, they saw Krishna as thunderbolt. Yeah, the Stries or the women, they saw Krishna as the best of the men. Yeah. And the Gopas, they saw Krishna as Swajana. Gopas saw Krishna as their own friends. Yeah, and the parents, they saw Krishna as the child. And Bhojapatir, who is our Kansa, he saw Krishna as death, right? And then the sages saw Krishna as the Supreme Brahman. Yeah. So Krishna is Rasaraj, and he has all the rasas. Rasho Vaishya, Krishna has all the rasas in him. And as you discussed in the previous few verses, as the love of the devotees, Krishna reciprocates accordingly. Yeah. except the gopis where Krishna fails to reciprocate. Apurva madhurish Krishnera Apurva Tarabala Jara Shravane Mana Hayatalamala. Kishore Prabhu. Okay, I'll read out.
Correct.
Yes, Prabhu.
The sweetness of Lord Krishna is unprecedented, and its strength is also unprecedented. Simply by once hearing of such beauty, the mind becomes unsteady.
Krishnera madhurya Krishna upajaya lobha Samyak aswadite nare mane rahe kshobha. Tell Mataji.
Lord Krishna's own beauty attracts Lord Krishna himself, but because he cannot fully enjoy it, his mind remains full of sorrow. Oh my God.
So, Krishna's beauty attracts Krishna himself, and that's the only one who can enjoy this to the fullest is Srimati Radharani, and that's why probably his sorrow. So, just see, till these few verses we discussed this all the glory of Krishna's lotus face, Krishna's beauty, and by looking at that, Srimati Radharani got captivated, and Srimati Radharani and experiences 10 million times more pleasure than that. Okay. So, Eita Dvitiya Hetura Kahile Vivarana, Tritiya Hetura Eve Sunah Lok Lakshana. So, second is been described. Now, let's see. Okay, let's read it. Tamil Sali Mataji.
This is a description of his second desire. Now, please listen as I describe the third.
Yeah. So, what was the first desire? First desire was to understand the glory of Srimati Radharani's love. In one line, if you see, the second desire is the wonderful qualities of Krishna that Srimati Radharani alone releases through her love. He wanted to understand this. That's the second desire. Yeah. Okay. Let us see the third one. Oh, time is already approaching. Okay. Text 160. Let's see how much you can go. अत्यंत निगूढ़ यही रसे रसे सिद्धांत स्वरूप गोसाई मात्र जाने न एकांत. अति कृष्ण प्रभु.
This conclusion of rasa is extremely deep. Only Swarup Damodar knows much about it.
Yeah, all the conclusion of Russia is extremely deep. And Shravu Damodar knows because he was reveal it. We discussed earlier as well, because he's the one who was the kind of gatekeeper. Anyone who tried anything, it must pass through Shravu Damodar before reaching to Mahaprabhu. And Shravu Damodar was the one who could understand the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and depending upon the mood, he would sing or chant the verses and kirtan for the Lord in that mood. So he's the one who knows kind of Mahaprabhu very very well. ये वह कहे अन्य जाने से ताहा हईते चैतन्य गोसाई ते अत्यंत मर्मा जाते जाते. ये किशोर प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else who claims to know it must have heard it from him, for he was the most intimate companion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna.
Because he was the most intimate companion of the Mahaprabhu, no one else knows. Anyone who knows, they must have heard it from Shravu Damodar only. गोपीगणेर प्रेमेर रूढभावनां विशुद्ध निर्मल प्रेम कबु न हे काम. क्या माता जी?
The love of the gopis is called Rudabhava. It is pure and spotless. It is not at any time lust. Krishna.
As already explained, the position of the gopis in their loving dealing with Krishna is transcendental. Their emotion is called Ruda Bhava. Although it is apparently like a mundane sex, one should not confuse it with the mundane sexual love, for it is pure and unadulterated love of Godhead. So it's not at all mundane. I mean, we can discuss a lot on this point. How can it be mundane? Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadev Goswami, on his maturity, he is glorifying these pastimes. Vyasadeva writing these pastimes, it cannot be. And then the okay. Anyway, let's go. We'll see it more. प्रेमैव गोपरामाणं कामयित्य अगमत्प्रथाम् इत्य उद्धवा दयोपेतेतां वञ्चन्ति भगवत्प्रिया.
The pure love of the gopis has become celebrated by the name lust. The dear devotees of the Lord, headed by Sri Uddhava, desire to taste that love.
Okay, this is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and I think we know very well that Uddhava was a great learned. He is, disciple of Brihaspati, very staunch Jnani, and Krishna chose Uddhava to become the messenger so that he can go to Vrindavan and pacify his mother and father and the gopis. The reason was that Krishna wanted to teach Uddhava the love of gopis, and he wanted to give a glimpse to Uddhava that the you may be a jnani, or you may be so much learned, but the love of gopis surpasses your jnana. And Krishna clearly said so there are three, okay, let's discuss for a few minutes the topic. I have already said that. So there are three categories of devotees to be pacified. One was Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda, who were feeling separation from Krishna. And then the Gopas, and then the Gopis. So the Gopas feeling of separation is extremely unique. It's being described that the Gopas, they were in so much of separation from Krishna that every other person they are seeing Krishna in him, and the separation of Krishna is so deeper in them that they were seeing Krishna in everyone, and by seeing Krishna in everyone they were forgetting the separation of Krishna. Can you imagine that what level of separation they were feeling through? So it means they were actually seeing Krishna everywhere, and they forgot that Krishna is no more with us. And this happens out of separation from Krishna. That way they are, in deep separation from Krishna. So there is no point of going to them and specify, because they are seeing Krishna everywhere. And Krishna told to Uddhava that you can use your sorry, your jnana, logic, whatever you want, to pacify my mother and father, to Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda. And he instructed very clearly, Uddhava, do not use your intelligence to pacify the gopis. Then Uddhava says, what shall I do then? He says, just read my letter. If they don't get pacified by reading my letter once, read it again. Not by twice, read it again, but do not try to speculate, do not try to change the words, do not try to put your own logic there to pacify the gopis. You will fail, you will be baffled by that. So only way they can be pacified is by reading my letter again and again, again and again, again and again. And when Uddhava saw the gopis, the madness of gopis, he was stunned by looking the, then he could understand, oh my goodness, what kind of separation the gopis are actually experiencing from Krishna. And then he understood, oh, jnana is somewhere else. This love is surpasses everything. Yeah. So this verse from Bhakti Swami Sindhu. Okay. Okay, we will pause here. It's 9 already. And we'll see next week from 164 onwards. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining. So glorious pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is running, I'm okay. चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. हरे कृष्ण.
Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.